So one of the things I've been trying to figure out exactly while visiting here, and actually before I came here too, is how exactly to pronounce the country's name. In Western media, anytime I've heard this country on the news, most white American news reporters say Qatar, as ka, like a K-A, and then tar, T-A-R. Very big emphasis on the tar, Qatar. Now, I've realized before I came here that that is technically incorrect. A lot of other people pronounce it more like Qatar, like C-U-T-T-E-R, like Qatar, and that's more close to the Arabic pronunciation. Now, people that I've talked to here in Doha, they kind of pronounce it all the way. And a lot of people that live here aren't from here either. There's a huge Filipino population here. I noticed that on the Qatar Airways when I first came here, and then also as I started going out, most of the employees at most places are Filipino, which is pretty interesting, especially since I've been to Manila twice this year already. A lot of the locals here, they pronounce it all three ways, and I think the correct pronunciation is more like Qatar or Qatar. But obviously I don't speak Arabic, and my whiteness is only allowing me to say it, so correctly. Most Western people will say Qatar, and even when I was at the airport boarding the plane, they say the airline as Qatar Airlines, emphasis on the tar. Technically that's incorrect, but I think it's kind of adopted and understood that that's how Western people have learned to say it. Not too many people in the Western part of the world would say Qatar or Qatar. And a lot of people can't really do, myself included, a lot of people can't really do the things with your mouth and tongue that you need to do to be able to say it the true correct way, which is more like Qatar or Qatar, something like that, Qatar. Um, I can't do it perfectly, but I try to be respectful everywhere I go, and I don't want to look super ignorant. So I've been saying Qatar just to show that I'm trying to say it right, even though obviously I can't. Trying not to put too much emphasis on the T-A-R. So I don't want to go somewhere going, oh, hey, I'm so happy to be in Qatar. But Qatar sounds a little weird too, especially when you translate that to English. Qatar is like someone using scissors or a knife to cut something. So that kind of sounds a little weird too. If you come here, just be aware that the way that most Westerners say it is wrong, but also kind of accepted as tolerable. Try to say it, a little bit more, less emphasis on the tar, and try to add a little flair to it. Try to, have your mouth dance a little bit when you say it, more like guitar, something closer to that. So. But either way, I've heard locals say it all three ways, and no matter how you say it, the locals here are going to be super friendly to you and very welcoming. Honestly, one of the friendliest countries I've been to. Locals have been super friendly, coming up to me on the street saying, oh, hello, where are you from? Welcome to Qatar. Taking photos with me, asking me questions. Very friendly people, and that's one of the things that are most important when you're traveling. So the people here definitely make me want to come visit this place again. So if you come to Doha, just try to practice the different ways to say the name of this country, and I think you'll be fine.